What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, man. We back at it again with another vid. I want to holler at y'all real quick about the whole Adam 22 situation. I don't know if y'all been hearing, but whew, that's a doozy, man. So I kind of been waiting because I was like, man, I don't really care about it because that's their business, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But my problem is I keep seeing interviews and like videos with him talking to other people. And the most recent one I just saw was he just interviewed his wife. Like, him and his wife talked about the whole situation. And, well, before I get into that, the whole situation is he has a wife. Adam 22 is married to his wife. And they are in the adult film industry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do for a living. But, in order to, maintain, the bag, keep the bag bottomless, if you will, she decided to partner with another person for a scene, if you will. So, my thing is, like, at the end of the day, as the man, typically you're going to be presented with a lot of, tests, especially with a woman. She's going to test all of your, she's going to test your manhood, She's going to be like, hey, I want to do this, da, 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 da. And there are times where you do try to make it happen, especially if it'll benefit, if you're married, if it'll benefit the marriage, sure, okay, cool. But there are times where you just got to say no. And in my estimation, this was the time where Adam 22 decided he wanted to do it anyway, and he didn't say no. And now, it would have been all good if it just would have ended with her doing the scene, and then that would have been the end of it. Okay, cool. Here's the problem. Every time I turn around, every week so far, there's been a different, podcast or interview with somebody different, with him talking, basically venting. Like, if you listen to who he's talking to and how he's talking to them, he's coming to them like, heartbroken, heart in his hand. She hurt him, this, that, and the third. And then the most recent interview with his wife was the one that really, really got the ball rolling for me. I'm like, this is disgusting. And it's sad. At the end of the day, what he's going through is something that he could have avoided. And because he didn't avoid it, now we gotta sit here and hear him basically berating his wife. Low key. I mean, she got on there and said that he was calling her a cheater. He's, making jokes unjustly and basically being bitter, And if roles were reversed and the wife did that, then we'd be all up in arms. I'm quick to sit there. I'm not necessarily quick to, say things about women, this, that, and the third. But if roles were reversed and he was messing with other women, we would say something. We would have nothing to say if she got mad. We'd be like, you shouldn't have let him do this, that, and the third. And we'd be sitting there calling her all sorts of names. But on the contrary, he said yes. He is the man. He is the husband. He had the ultimate say-so in that situation because they are married. That's how marriage works. It's a partnership, sure, but at the end of the day, when things need to be carried out, it go through the man. Okay, so all he had to say was what? Class? No. So what he said was yes, and he went through with it. So at the end of the day, when he goes through with something, especially if you're not 100%, don't go. If you're not 100% about anything, and you know that there's going to be some repercussions, like massive repercussions, or even if you don't think there'll be massive repercussions, period, don't do it. That's just common sense. Now that he's allowed it to happen, it's like, because she's been married, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they've been married for 7 years, Adam 22 and his wife. So, man, what's up, YouTube, man? I was just editing the video, and I had to do my research to make sure I was correct. So Adam 22 and his wife actually weren't married for 7 years, like I said. They actually just got married, but they were together, and kind of put on like the front like they was married, but they didn't say they were married. They weren't. So they just got married, and the whole situation was he let her do the scene with the guy Jason, as a wedding gift. All right, we're gonna be back at it though. All right. If she's been completely faithful to him for the last 7 years, he's the only person she's been with. So with that being said, now it's not necessarily how it works, but now that she's got another, a taste of something else, common sense would say now all she wants to do is go back. It's not one of those one and done things. I can guarantee it. And then it's not like it was somebody that I don't know. I don't watch any of their things or content, so I wouldn't know who's comparatively speaking bigger or whatever. But if she sat there and got, as the kids say, plowed, that's on him, because it all could have been avoided. And that's my point. Now, again, all of this to say is it could have been avoided had he just, shut up. Because why? He agreed upon. There's certain things you just don't do. And that's one of them. Yeah, my mind's literally blown about it. And every time I turn around, there's some new interview. Like I said, he was so being nasty to his wife. But like, as a kid, like a child. So he wasn't sitting there yelling, but what he was doing was trying to give her little jabs and stuff. He also asked if she came up pregnant, is the baby his? And I'm like, first off, in their line of work, that's not a question. Like, I don't understand me personally, I don't understand how those situations work. I feel like there are certain lines. I mean, even there, if you're married, there's certain lines you just can't cross. So that's a foolish question, all in itself. But to have to ask that question is a problem all in itself. See what I'm saying? But that's the thing, that it really is mind-boggling why he would sit there and be like, yeah, if he's not 100% sure, because there's no way you can sit there and take a risk like this when you are married. Boyfriend, girlfriend, all right, cool. The relationship won't last past boyfriend, girlfriend, because, once you allow your girlfriend to go get piped, that's that. It's not about, and I want people to understand that there's no such thing as being insecure as it pertains to your woman being with another man. There's no such thing as insecurity. Especially if you're married, that narrative needs to be squashed. They're married. He can say no. That's not him being some sort of, because now people are calling him, people are calling him all kinds of names and things of that nature. I don't know if I can say all those names on YouTube, but they're calling him all kinds of names and berating him and degrading him because he decided to do this thing that his wife wanted so bad. I mean, who's to say that he even had the choice to choose, Who's to say that? He just said because he chose. Let me stop trolling, man. But here's my point, man, and I'm gonna wrap it up. The whole situation with him is disgusting because he keeps bringing it up. He keeps talking about it like he can't get over it. And on one hand, I understand. But on the other hand, if you're going to agree to something let's just keep it a buck, this egregious, you have to be ready, willing, and able to accept the massive blowback and all of that comes with it. And the reason why he didn't want to do it at first is because he wasn't. So I don't think there was much to change. I know what they say, and online is what we have to believe. But I know that she was a little bit more persuasive than she's given off. She basically is making it seem like she's been asking, but she hasn't been, really poking and prodding. but he finally decided to say, you know what, let's do it. Like, he randomly came up with it. No, I know for a fact that that's not truly the case. She was like, you get to sleep with all these women. When am I going to be able to do a scene with another guy? I understand that I'm bisexual, this, that, and the third, but it would be nice if I could, and you know, that kind of, to a certain extent, you're guilting him into it. And then she made it seem like it was his idea, and now he got to live with it. But yeah, man, this whole thing is a mess. These people are nasty. I'll holler at y'all next time, YouTube. All right, peace, man.